Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 5 of my New York City Wrestling series for TEW 2016. Okay, so we've got spring breakdown here, but the first thing I have to mention, we are actually missing two guys. Missing Animal Hawkeye and Bulldozer Brandon Smith. They both got touring contracts, I think for Pride Glory. It's either Pride Glory or Burning Hammer, I'm not sure. Animal Hawkeye. Yeah. Oh, it's Black Canvas. Are they both Black Canvas? I don't think they were. Oh, they were. Okay, my bad. So yeah, they both got touring contracts, and obviously one of the tour dates falls on a Saturday in week 2, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So we're missing both of them. So yeah, Honest Frank will not be versing Bulldozer tonight for the title. We've had to change a few things around, and I mean, it should be a decent main event. The opponent we put against Honest Frank should be decent. Okay, so the first match is Tigre versus dermatological. Only got a 33 E+, so not great by any mean. Subpar wrestling. Tigre defeated dermatological in 12:07 by pinfall with his finisher, Salvage Suplex. And they just don't click at all. So that's, yeah, I mean, you can kind of see why that match did so poorly there. Pretty bad start. That was supposed to work the crowd. He then cuts a generic backstage promo, which did a little bit better, so that's good. 39 D-. Moving into the next match, Crockett Tubbs versus Brutus Milano. Again, subpar wrestling. Crockett Tubbs defeats Brutus in 5:53 by submission with a sub by STF. Crockett Tubbs makes defense number 2 of his Tri-State Regional title. And yeah, once again, they don't click, so yeah, not great. That got a couple of points higher, 35 E+, so kind of happy with that. Well, not really, I'm not happy with it, but considering they don't click. We then have Marvel Malloy cut a promo on Freedom Eagle about his upcoming match, 52 D+. The match itself gets a 45 D, which is better than the last two. Marvel's getting better at his gimmick as well. So Marvel Malloy defeated Freedom Eagle in 10:06 by pinfall with a Marvel Breaker. No worker improvements there. The next match is a tag team match. We've got Old School Principles taking on El Medico and Nigel Svensson. Gets a 45 D. Good that the match ratings are actually getting a little bit higher than those first two. Been a decent match. Old School Principles defeated El Medico and Nigel in 9:38 when Rick Sanders defeated El Medico by submission with a figure 4 leg lock. And as you can see there, Nigel and El Medico both got higher performance ratings than Mas Muller and Rick Sanders. And we got some nice little improvements here, although it is predominantly for Mas Muller. He improves in technical and performance, Nigel improves in technical, and El Medico improves in rumble skills. Good stuff. We then have Man Mounts and Cahill, and he gets the promo on Hawkeye Calhoun about his upcoming match. That only gets a 34 E+, which is bad, of course. Cahill was off his game. Hawkeye was off his game as well. This was to bring the crowd down a bit, so kind of did its job. Cahill defeats Hawkeye in 5:07 by pinfall with a mountain topper, and Hawkeye improves in performance skills, so that's exactly what we want out of those type of matches. The next match, Tennessee William versus Andrew Harper. Decent match. Tennessee William defeated Andrew Harper in 10:13 by pinfall with a Devil's Crossroad. As I mentioned, it is a 43 D, which is pretty good. About what I expect from these two guys at the moment. No worker improvements there, and it got the crowd hotter. We then had the boys from the Yukon cutting another backstage menace promo. 62C. Their match with the Ring Generals gets a 51 D+. The Ring Generals defeat the boys from the Yukon in 6:43 when Marv Statler defeated Whitehorse Whitaker by pinfall with a wheelbarrow bomb. Whitaker was off his game, so was Mad Mort. The Ring Generals get 50 and 51. And to be fair, the boys from the Yukon both get 38. That's a pretty decent rating, I'm not going to lie. It advances that storyline as well. And Howlin' Mad Mort improves in performance skills. Solid match. An even better match here, Steve Flash versus Storm Spillane. 56 C-. Storm Spillane defeated Steve Flash in 8:30 by submission with a kneeling Boston Crab. Storm Spillane had an in-ring performance of 60 as well. That's pretty high. Very happy. Good rating there. Very good. Then we have Honest Frank cutting a promo on his opponent tonight, Marsh Stranger, which will be for the Empire title. Marsh Stranger's learned to show more charisma, which is excellent. The match itself gets a 50D plus, pretty good. It's acceptable. I'm happy with that. I mean, it's not a great main event, but it's acceptable. So yeah, Honest Frank defeated Marsh Stranger in 9:36 by pinfall with a Frankenherder. Honest Frank makes defense number 2 of his New York City Wrestling Empire title. No worker improvements, and the final show rating gets a 46D. So that's yeah, we're doing well. I mean, we started off kind of bad, but I've changed a few things around in these production values, and I think it is helping us. But one thing I've noticed, RIPW being a developmental fed, they just have all the best stuff because SWF, just have the money to pay things like that. So I think we'll go Steve Flash. Steve Flash and Storm. They were both really good. And I think we'll go... Who else was decent? We'll go Marsh Stranger. Just point him out as a good example. Okay, so I'll praise these two and point Stranger out as a good example. Good stuff. As I mentioned in the last episode, I really want to try and build up a bit more money, to be honest, just before we go, out and start signing guys like Frankie Perez, Greg Gage. There are a few others. I think I might sign Raphael. He looks pretty decent as well. Steve Flash has joined 4C on a loan. I might try and do one of those co-joint shows for Rumble in the Bronx. I almost said Rumble in the Jungle, but it's Rumble in the Bronx. So I'm going to try and get a maybe with CZCW because I know a lot of their guys. We'll try and do a co-joint. I don't even know what the word would be. So we'll try and do a show with them. We'll put the COT World Tag Team titles on the line. Of course, we do have the ring generals, so we may as well use them for our benefit. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap this episode up. Hope you will join me for the next one, which will, of course, be Rumble in the Bronx. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like. All comments are appreciated. I love some feedback from you guys. And yeah, see you in the next one. Goodbye.